Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Capricorn is your intuitive reading for the time between the 14th and the 20th of March. I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started. Okay, so we've got a bit of a we've got excuse me. We've got a bit of a warning. Watch out for this. Watch out for this. Whatever that is. Whatever this is, we'll see. This is the energy, the underlying energy this week, and we are just coming on the 20th to the end of Pisces season, this energy, which is the moon. Those of you that follow me, and many of you do actually, on Facebook or Instagram, you'll have seen the post that I did about the moon card. Very spiritual, very emotionally intimate energy. I really don't know. It was very hard to write that post because I thought, well, how else do I describe the energy of the moon card? Because the impact on one individual to the next will be the same but different. The same in that it will help you to come into some realization excuse me, about an aspect of yourself that has been long held, an idea, a belief, a part of your identity, but it's one that is actually no longer sound and is one that needs to be changed, a thought, an idea, as I said, a perspective that needs to be changed. And that's something about that you're very vulnerable, that makes you feel very, very vulnerable in order to change that. This is what Pisces season is about. It allows you to see those type of vulnerabilities within yourself as an individual. And not only to see them, but helps you to release them. And this energy is still with us up until this date, the 20th. On the 20th of March, the sun enters Pisces. The sun enters Aries, so it's basically Aries season. And also there's a full moon in Libra on that day. So we are restoring a level of balance and also action. You know, we're clear now in our thoughts. We know what we need to do. So that should come in after the 20th, okay? But we've got to watch out. Now, I keep having the tower fall out on me. And, excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. I've got a cold, a cough. I'm not ill. This is the moon that's doing this to me. You know, I could talk to you about unlocking DNA and all that stuff, but I won't because I'll be here all day. But that basically is what happens during the moon and during the moon energy during Pisces season. So it's an extremely profound time for us, and you'll feel the effects of it. Actually, Capricorn, you should feel the effects of it pretty strongly in Pisces season. Anyway, so this is the card that we've got first of all. So again, it's this card of anticipation. We know something's changing. We know something's coming. We know something has to happen. We know something has to move, has to change. And it won't until the 20th. As I said, this is where we're starting to see, excuse me, the expansion, the manifestation, the release, the reward, if you will, for the efforts that you've been expending so far this year, Capricorn. Okay, now the reason that we've been struggling, the reason things might have been difficult, the reason you might have been challenged, working so hard, feeling so stressed, putting yourself under a lot of pressure, you know that ultimately this time is going to come to an end. The pressure, the stress, the strain is going to come to an end. And you also know that you will be rewarded for that effort. But you feel like it was a very significant effort that you put in, and it was necessary and it was needed. That's this energy. The moon helps us to understand some of our motivations, if you will, the motivations that aren't on the surface. The moon helps us to understand that. And it's as if you know something's coming in, you can feel it, the anticipation with the Three of Wands. Number threes are related to your solar plexus. And so the solar plexus, the third chakra, the solar plexus is all about expansion. It's all about being you, being comfortable being you in the world. That's basically what number threes are about. When we talk about expansion, that's like healing, that's continual healing, continual growth. The concept of Kaizen in Reiki, continual healing, continual growth, that is something that feeds us, it gives us something, it's rewarding for us, and it's that type of energy that we're coming into. It's coming in waves. I mean, I just want to get to this because I just want to know what's coming, what we're being warned again. So let's have a look. We've got Justice coming forward. So this is not Aries, Libra, and it's full moon in Libra. So looking like, as I said, on the 20th, we're getting this, the reward, the answer, the clarity, the balance is restored. It's been, I know, listen, I'm a Capricorn and I feel it. I live it for you. I live it. So you don't have to, Capricorn. So I know it's been hard, but it's, you know, just as I do, that it's been worth it. And there's been reasons for it. You know, me being ill, the amount of times I've been ill this year, oh my gosh, it's only March. I know. I mean, I laugh. I have to laugh because I know that the hermit only comes if I'm calling it. The hermit only comes when you call it, you know. So if you've had those times where you've been isolated, where you've been on your own, where you've been stressing, those moments, those times have been significant. They've been about something. And whatever they've been about is coming toward you on the 20th. When it's coming forward. And for some of you, now, interesting, isn't it? There's like 3 different scenarios that have just popped into my mind now. Scenario number 1. This could be related to a marriage or a committed relationship, the ending of a marriage or the beginning of a marriage, or a secret being revealed about a marriage or a commitment. So this could be someone coming towards you saying, this could be your husband or your wife. Now, obviously you're married, your husband or your wife, coming, revealing something to you about their feelings, about their thoughts, their identity, whatever. This could be a proposal. So someone could have been, you could felt it, you know, oh, my partner's been well shady, been well sly, you know, like, oh, who is it? Oh, I love them. I love the celebs, me. J-Lo and A-Rod. Oh, I mean, I seen that on Wendy. I thought, right, let me get watching. So he finally proposed. They've all been together a few years, haven't they? What can we call J-Rod? We'll call them now. Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod. Oh, well, I loved it, me. This is like that. This is literally, I don't know what signs they are, but these 4 cards are Alex, A-Rod proposing, right? Planning the proposal, doing it secret. She could feel it coming, like, oh, something's good. And then he proposes and we're getting married, right? So this could be that. This could be... Can I just say, this is my life. This is my life, people. This is how I live my life. I come up with these scenarios and I don't know where they come from. But congratulations, J-Lo and A-Rod. Anyway, so it could be that type of situation. Or it could be someone coming back around, you know, the whole Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes direct on the 28th. Excuse me. But, you know, it's that type of scenario. It's because this is about justice, balance. It could be an apology, a Taurus, a Virgo or Capricorn, apologising, resetting the scales, rebalancing the things. You may have felt that was going to happen. You may have felt this person was going to come through and apologise, for example. That type of energy. So something that we've waited for, something that we've been hoping for, maybe, potentially, something that we've put work into achieving, but it might have to do with other people. And with the Justice and the Moon here, it's a big thing. So it might be something that's been with you for some time, some months, some years, trying to get to this, trying to understand this, trying to achieve this. It could have been taken some time, but there seems to be a Oh, okay. Some of you are ready for commitment. That's for definite. That's for definite. Some of you are ready for commitment. I can't wait to get to this card. I'm going for it. Oh my word. Well, what am I saying? So, I mean, this is what I don't need to speak. You look at that and let me have a drink, please, because I'm choking. You ready? There might be. See, the thing is, this is I don't know. We'll see in a minute. This is a new emotional beginning. This is the ace. It's the start, the beginning of. Aces and beginnings are also auspicious, i.e. lucky, i.e. they bring us good fortune. This is the cups energy, so this is about our hearts, our emotions, our feelings. And this is, therefore, a new beginning in love, okay? Now, you know I like to break that stuff down, but I did. I like to break it down for you, but that's just what it is. It's a new beginning in love. You're feeling better about yourself, happy. You're not just feeling, I feel good today. This is like a renewal. This is like you've been feeling so, pardon my French, shit, and suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, I'm here. Or it's that type of relationship, as I said, J-Lo and A-Rod. They're getting, someone could, you could be getting engaged. You could find out that you're pregnant. You could, starting a family. It's really beautiful, huge changes. I was speaking to one of my, clients, people like you guys. What are they called? Viewers. And he had a reading, and he rang me up after the reading. He's a Capricorn. I saw it coming. And he's like, and we were chatting, and I was saying to him over messages, I was saying how there's some very strong transits that have never happened in our lifetime. So like the last time it happened was like in the 40s or something. And they're happening this year, they're happening now, and we're getting the benefits, of these planets being in Capricorn. And these are like literally life-changing days. And I'm saying this to him, and I don't know what he thinks. Probably, yeah, whatever, Ruth. But this is it. I mean, it really is that, Capricorn, you do not understand. We have an eclipse. We've had an eclipse in Capricorn in January. We have an eclipse in Capricorn again in December, in Capricorn season in December. And you don't understand the significance of eclipses. Eclipses aren't just, these literally are life-changing, which means this year for you, Capricorn, is life-changing. So if you've been going around feeling like this for as long as you can remember, no one's ever going to want to be with me, I'm too old, I've not got enough money, or I'm too this, or I got hurt in the past, I can't trust anyone. This is, am I staying, am I going? Am I staying, standing there, feeling like that, or am I starting again? Am I feeling different? This is like, I've been feeling like this for 10 years. I ain't bothered to look at anybody for 10 years. I ain't bothered to go on a date for 10 years. I ain't had sex with my husband for 10 years. I mean, no offence, but I hope that isn't you. I mean, blimey. You've got to, sex is as important as meditation as far as I'm concerned. I mean, and I meditate every day. Now, listen, I'm single, so I don't have sex every day, clearly, but I'm just saying, it's that important. So if you're in your relationship and it's all stale in the bedroom, then no. This is about you connecting with yourself. And Pisces season can open that. Tiny's here. Yes, Tiny. Because he knows, don't you, Tiny? He knows. The only time, when does Tiny come? Good boy, Tiny. When does Tiny come? Tiny comes, man, when he knows, man, you need to get this message. This is not a drill. This is not a drill, Capricorn. Not no more. So if you've been languishing in a stale marriage or in singledom or in media, do you know what the worst is? Do you know, for me personally as an individual, Ruth or Doodoo, the worst thing for me is mediocrity. Nah, man. Mediocrity. I've got thanks, Tiny. Tiny's kissing me. I know, Tiny, I know. I've got a job that pays £25,000 a year. This is just a scenario of mediocrity for me, right? This was my life. This was my life. Oh my God. I've got a job that's, a stable career. I earn 20 odd, 20, whatever it is, a year. I drive a little car. I work 5 days a week. Go out for dinner on the weekend, maybe. Have an holiday every couple of years. I've got a partner. He's a fireman. Oh my gosh. This is my life. Are you serious, universe? This is my life. I was like, on a hamster wheel. Same, alarm goes off at 6:15, walk the dog till 7, come home, have my porridge, get on the bus, when I was on the bus, or drive to work, do my lessons, come home. Oh my gosh, I cannot do this anymore. Mediocrity. End of it. Yes, Tiny, I know, Tiny. Tiny's like looking at me like, what are you on about, mummy? If you've been putting off starting your business, or putting off asking her out, or asking him out, or putting off, starting a family, or putting off moving to the other side of the world because that's what you want to do, putting off writing the book, get it! It's time to start putting it off now, Capricorn. It's time to start putting it off now, because look at this. This is this week, man. This is this week. This is like the universe saying, listen, yeah, it's time to put that. I said to him on phone, his name is Ben. And I won't tell you the ins and outs of what. Hello, Tiny. Tiny just kissed me then. Hello, Tiny. Go on, camera Tiny, because he just wants to be seen. He was saying stuff like, I'm a he's a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. He's 35. I'm 36. So I get it. I get his sort of way of thinking. And he's saying, what's he saying? I'm a lone wolf. He said, I'm a lone wolf. Oh, this is just how I am. This is just how I am. And he kept saying that to me. And I kept saying, 3 of Swords. He's like, I'm a lone, 3 of Swords. This is how it 3 of Swords. And I said, it ain't how you are. I said, it's who you think you are. I said, it's where you think you should be. I said, this is what we mean about this 3 of Hearts, 3 of Swords, mate. You pull the swords out. These perceptions that we're stuck with. You ain't, Capricorn, this year, 2019 is the year to completely change all that. Yeah? And with the moon card coming through, this is like the acute insecurities that we feel about ourselves, man. They're very individual for individual people. That stuff's being eclipsed. That stuff's being brought to the surface. That stuff you're going to get to look at. And you're going to see it. And the universe is going to say to you, are you still going to continue on this path? Are you still going to continue doing this? Are you still going to continue thinking the same way? Are you still going to continue feeling that same way? Are you? Or are you going to do something else? Because the universe is saying it's time. The eclipse is, this is life-changing things. Your life will never be the same again after 2019. I'm planning on that for me as well, by the way. And it's coming out like this. It's coming out strong, innit, universe? It is coming out strong, universe. Yes, it's coming out strong, Capricorn. But that is how it comes out sometimes. You know how I roll. I can't control this. There's change is afoot. Number 5, Hierophant. Change is afoot. From within. From that soul calling. From the universe calling. The Pope card. Whatever you want to call it, it's God, it's my intuition, it's my angel, whatever you want to call it, it's calling you. It's calling you, and it's saying which. What are you gonna keep going over the same thing? Yeah, but every time I get hurt. I got hurt that last time. I got hurt, so I'm not gonna. What? So you're gonna stay in that mediocrity forever. You're a Capricorn. You're just gonna have a mediocre life. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to have a mediocre life where you're not actually showing anyone who you are. Where you don't even get to see who you are. I'm going to start crying. I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know why I'm crying, but some of you need to hear it like this. Like, don't be stuck while you're done. Don't blame it on that relationship, on that job, on that boss, on that person, on your mum, on your dad, on your brother, on your sister. Don't blame it on them. If you decide to stay there because you know all the answers, you know all the objections, you know all the questions, you know all the reasons why it won't work, and your soul is calling to you that you still want to do it, you still want to try, and it wants to come in for you. It's here. And some of you will stay there. And do you know, that is the thing that pains me. It honestly, it physically causes me pain to know that people just live and they're not happy. And they know what will make them happy. Or they think they know what will make them happy and they don't do it. Because they tell themselves all these things. It pains my heart. And I ain't exaggerating when I say that. Okay, hopefully I'll stop crying now. So yeah, the structures of foundation. Sorry. Some of you might be getting married though, which is a life-changing event. I don't know where the tears came from, but that's not my tears. They're my tears, but that's what some of you are actually feeling. Like, to that extent, to that strength, to how that message came out. Like, you need to get up and go. Start. Leave. Buy. Sell. Whatever it is that it is for you as an individual. You need to do it. Otherwise, this opportunity won't come around again for a long time. This opportunity of, when I say opportunity, I mean the feeling that you've got the strength. That feeling of strength. Oh, don't create yourself more karma, please. Okay, this is the thing that we're trying to avoid. Oh, well, after that little fluffing outburst, I do not know where that came from. Tiny looks petrified. It's all right, Tiny. You know what your mummy's like, don't you? Is your mummy silly sometimes? But that's okay, isn't it? Okay. Well, this is it. Strength, man. This is the stuff that people want to avoid. You don't want to go through these situations. Because to know how strong we are, we've got to see our weaknesses. We've got to be in situations that expose us. That is so scary. To say the truth. To say it. And to commit to it and to say, I'm only ever going to tell the truth. I'm only ever going to say that from now on. Because I know now. So I'm only ever going to say that. And it might hurt you. If I say, I do not want to see you, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, or whatever it is. Or I do not want to work with you anymore, or whatever it is. I don't know, but, you know. It's time. It's time. This is time now. Speak your truth. This isn't active. This is not active. This is passive, as you know. This is about understanding what it is you want to say. Understanding what it is you think. Understanding what it is you feel, what it is you think, what it is you know, what your perspective is, understanding those things, knowing where they come from. And as I said, being committed to the truth. The actual, right. So, I was meant to see my niece this weekend, and she lives in York. She's fabulous. I love her. She's the oldest niece, my oldest niece. She's fabulous. And I was ill. And I said to her, I'm not ill. She said, what do you mean? I mean, I know what I said to her. I know I sound ill, but I'm not. I said, it's the moon. She said, what do you mean, Auntie Ruth? So I'm on the phone to her for an hour and a half, and I'm explaining to her the physical sensations and feelings that I'm experiencing at this time during the moon energy, during last Saturday, what I actually go through, what I feel, how it affects me mentally, how it affects my meditations, my sleep, everything, my appetite, how it affects my body, the shifts. I called it a spiritual growth spurt. And I said to her, listen, I said, this is the type of thing that you don't say this stuff to people. You don't say to people, oh, this is what I experience. Like, this is what it's like to read tarot. This is what it feels like. This is what it's like. It's not like, anyway, I won't go into it. But this is that. This is what I've just said to you. That conversation that I had is this. It's the strength was the preceding week, last week up until today, which is the 12th. I think it's today. So the strength was last week. The strength was waking up, feeling awful, being ill, knowing that I'm ill. But again, I can't take no paracetamol. I can't go to sleep and just be asleep all day. cover it up by eating like nice sweets and nice chocolate. I've got to experience it. I've got to feel the pain. I've got to feel the physical pain of it. I've got to feel the mental, the images and the pictures and the sounds and everything, that the changes that I go through during this very spiritual season, very energetic season. I've got to go through that. And I said to her, it's important that I go through it because, I've got work to do. I've got a job to do in this universe. This is that energy. And this is you coming into that a similar realization for yourself, whatever that is specifically for you. Now, if you're a light worker like me, or an intuitive, or an empath, or a medium, or any type of thing like that, Reiki master, you will understand the work that's been happening energetically in the universe, and how you fit into that, what your specific role is within that. During Pisces season, we're all being called. We're all of us. I'm going off on a tangent here. It's becoming a very spiritual reading. Excuse me. But it is a very spiritual time, Capricorn. I really want you to sort of try to embrace and engage with that. When I say to you, this is a life-changing year, it is a lot. I mean it in those terms. It will change your life. In December, things will be very, very different to how they are now. That's how it is in 2019 for Capricorns. So engage with it. Engage with that energy, okay? So I got carried away there, but that's how the messages wanted to come through. So, my darlings, if you like this reading, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, okay? Subscribe and click the bell for notifications of new uploads. You can also leave me your comments. I read every single comment. Tiny, stop. Tiny. Give up, dog. Feel free to share this video on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your WhatsApp if you think it will help other people. And don't forget to follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook for extra little bits. I know a lot of you do, like the moon card. We've just put one up about the moon card, haven't we? And don't forget your March love readings are still available to view, so obviously give those a whirl if you have not already seen them. And I will see you all back here next week with your brand new intuitive reading. Take care, my darling Capricorns. Much love to you. Bye.